Hello, people of the world. It is Sunday, people. Sunday, the 25th of February, 2024. And I hope you're all well out there, people, on this cold, brisk, is that right? Who knows? Cold fucking Sunday morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, people. I know. I don't know either, right? I don't know why the fuck I'm up at this time. I don't know what I am doing. All I know is I have a day of fucking chores ahead of me that I need to get done, specifically before the end of the day. I've got to clean my car. This is life. This is life in your 40s. Nobody ever tells you that. That's being an adult, isn't it? Having a fucking list of chores that you've got to work your way through like you're some sort of fucking slave to yourself on a weekend when I should be, I don't know what I should be doing, but I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be cleaning the fucking wheels of my car that are a nightmare to clean. I shouldn't be cleaning my fucking flat. I shouldn't be, cleaning my cupboards out like I'm some sort of fucking spring cleaning freak. But I've got to do that today. And it takes me about 2 hours to clean this room. It takes me about an hour to clean the bathroom. It takes me about an hour to clean my bedroom. And that's without changing the sheets and all that sort of shit. And you just see, basically, your life just being consumed by hour slots. There's another fucking hour of my life gone cleaning. Great. That's all I'm going to get when I die, just snapshots of me cleaning shit. But, when it's done and when I can sit down and it's all done, there's no feeling like that. I feel so fucking relaxed. But there you go. It's been a quiet weekend for me this weekend, people. I've taken the weekend off, sort of like gigs. So I didn't have any gigs. I didn't plan any in. So I've taken it off to get a bit of writing done. Holy shit. And I have managed to do it as well. I've got a nice little bit that needs tinkering with a little bit, but it's a good fucking premise, which is always nice. You find yourself Googling weird shit when you write material, and you're like, I want to get the facts right about this. And that just ends up in you going down a fucking rabbit hole, watching YouTube videos. I don't know. I started on one subject and ended on YouTube videos of people getting punched. And then spent about an hour just watching people getting thwacked in the face. There's nothing better than that. I don't care how good you are at comedy and stand-up comedy, and some of the greats, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Louis C.K., Bill Cosby, no. Bill Cosby's definitely a place where you can, where people are struggling to divide the art from the artist. Jesus. Yeah, I don't care how good you are at stand-up, how good you are at comedy. One of the greatest things I will always see, and maybe this is me, maybe it's subjective like comedy itself, I don't know. Even though people say it is subjective comedy, I'm not so sure about all that. I think it's just a lazy term to encompass shit comedians. And I class myself amongst them. Here we go. Let's have a little bit of tea. But one of the greatest things I watch on a regular basis is human beings hurting themselves. I don't know. And now I saw the funniest clip of a man being hit in the head by something falling. And I had to rewatch it about 18, 19, 20 times. And I tell you what it was. It wasn't just the fact that the guy was getting hit by something falling. It was somebody had added the sound effect of a bell. Just the sound effect of a bell just at the exact moment it hit. Dong! It was fucking hilarious. I'm in the wrong game. I ought to be doing slapstick. But yeah, there's a video on YouTube of a guy getting hit in the head by something. And the timing of the gong, of the bell, just had me in fucking bits, man. Maybe I should have gigged this weekend. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it's just getting to me having not gigged, and I'm just like trying to search something and grip on something. I don't know, man. I went, talking of just laborious tasks that you do, even food shopping now. I get up every day on a fucking, on a Saturday morning. I get up every single Saturday morning at about 6:30. I have a shower. It's just a routine. I need to break the routine, people. You know what I mean? I get up at 6:30. I have a shower. I get changed. I go up Sainsbury's. I fill my car in with petrol. I feel like I'm on a fucking production line. I fill my car with petrol. I go round, park it in the same fucking space. Maybe I ought to mix that up. Maybe that'll bring a bit of excitement into my life. If I mix that up, use a different parking space. Oh, crazy. And then I go in, I do my shopping. I get mainly the same stuff every week. I get a bit of salad. You know, I get some soup. I get some Nature Valley bars. I get, coffee. I get fucking, bleach to clean with, something to wipe my ass with. So, I'm vaguely hygienic. You never think about that with toilet paper, by the way. People who just use toilet paper these days, I don't know what you're doing. You've got to use the moist ones, haven't you? You've got to get, you've got to get a bit of purchase on there, not just wipe it around. You've got to get it off, haven't you? Before it goes all dreadlocky. Anyway, I do that. That's what I do on a Saturday morning, and then I come back. I'll do a little bit of writing, or I'll do a little bit of tidying up. I'll tidy my bedroom. That's usually a Saturday. I tidy my bedroom. I tidy my bathroom, and then that's done. Then it's about midday. Then I'll have a fucking sleep, and then if I'm going to a gig, I'll go to a gig. After it's just it's a constant sort of like you're doing the same things all the time. It's like fucking Groundhog Day. Every single week. Maybe I'll mix it up. Maybe I'll go to Aldi. Only I can't go to Aldi because I don't know where anything is, and I'll just end up walking around the store like a fucking mental patient who's just escaped in his pajamas, just dribbling down the aisles. So you get locked into this, don't you? And each and every time you do it, a little bit of your soul dies, doesn't it? Just a little tiny bit. Here we are again, standing in the shower, ready to go shopping. Anyway, that's, that's by the by. I did, I had to get a prescription, because I'm in my 40s now. Let's have a little bit more tea. Hang on. Because I'm in my 40s now, I have to have prescriptions for things. Various things, various ailments, high blood pressure, that sort of shit, And because of this, every 2 months or something, I have to ring up the doctors and go through the whole fucking rigmarole of them saying we don't take prescriptions over the phone anymore. I don't know why that is. I have no idea. For some reason, all of a sudden, they've changed it. So I have to go through this masquerade of how I'm not really au fait with the internet, only because I have to basically say to them, I'm kind of mentally challenged, just so I don't have to register online for their fucking prescription service and do it that way and get it done over the phone. Every fucking 2 months. And I know at some point now it's got to the stage where I'm not going to break people, I don't want to break. I would rather them think I am some sort of, for want of a better word, retard. I don't know if there's any other word you can use that makes that so clear. I have to go through this rigmarole of pretending, masquerade. To be honest with you, I know what you're thinking out there. Actually, Ben, it's probably not that big a stretch for you. And you'd be fucking right on most days. However, I have to go through this whole rigmarole of pretending to be not au fait with the internet. I basically act like my 102-year-old Nanax when she rings up for a prescription, and they dish out a prescription every time. But this time, the woman said, this time we can do it for you. And I was like, great, you've done it like the loads of other times. Thank you so much for doing this for me. I really slather and lather it on my praise of these people for doing their fucking job. Thank you for doing your fucking job. But next time you will have to do it. Even at the same time, I'm thinking in the back of my head, well, we'll see. We'll see, yeah. I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to say I'll try to do it. I don't want to do it because it's just another fucking password to fucking remember. And I know you're thinking, well, use the same passwords, Ben. Well, you fucking try doing that, and then you've got some things where the password needs 12 letters. Some things need 15 letters. Some things need a special character. Some things need numbers. Some things need capital letters and, lowercase letters and everything. And you end up with about 18 different fucking passwords. I wanted to order something from Boots the other day. Just some fucking face wash. That's all I want. I can't remember my fucking password to get in there. You have to reset your fucking password just to order some every fucking time. I'm not ordering from Boots like every week. Every company seems to think that they're the main priority in your life. And that you're going to remember like exactly what sequence they need those numbers and letters in. I mean, I have a basic password that I use, which is, which I'm not going to tell you over this because there's fucking weirdos over the internet, isn't there? And they'll hack into everything and see all my fucking face wash orders for the last 8 years. Let's have some more tea. Hang on. So the point I'm trying to make is I went to Boots. I went to Boots to pick up the fucking prescription because it finally came through. I'd managed to fool the old lady at the doctor's. Yeah, take that, old lady. Yeah, you don't even know who you're fucking messing with. 70-year-old hag on the other end of the phone, yeah? I may act retarded, but yeah, every now and again I have a bright moment, lady. Yeah, I've just hoodwinked you without you even knowing. So she sent through the prescription, and I get there. There's about 3 people in the queue. There's one woman behind the counter in the pharmacy. She's got a nose ring in. She thinks she's cool, right? I don't know. But she's got a face like fucking thunder on her. And I'm just like, oh, God. And when you're waiting for something? And like the woman at the front had been waiting a while, obviously. Well, I saw her driving in, right? And when I was driving in, where I go, Boots in Sixfields in Northampton, you drive in the car park. She was walking, and the reason she got my attention was because she had a far too low-cut top on for the age she was. And I know, you may call me a slut-shamer. You may call me judging women, a woman judger. But we've all seen it, but nobody says it, do they? You just want to say that, excuse me, sweetheart, that top, you're showing about 90% tit there. You're in your 60s, sweetheart. Come on. Now, that is a very low-cut top. If you were in your 20s right now, it's all hanging out. Yeah, but because you're a little bit older, things have gone south a little bit. You managed to keep a little bit of dignity. But that is far too low. And she had like blonde, like almost like back-combed hair. It was fucking frizzy and out. everywhere, right? So I clocked her when I went in, and I was just like, ugh, Jesus. You know how we drive, we all do that, don't we? You just ride around, driving around all day, you see somebody in the street, and you're like, oh, God, thank God that is not my life. And I drive around most of the day judging people. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And I expect other people's judgment as well. Yeah? I expect your judgment for making that statement right now. So she's walking in. I park at the car and that sort of thing. I'm going to get in there. She's at the front of the queue, and I'm just like, oh, God, it's Miss 90% titty trying to still look a bit fuckable in her 60s. You feel like whispering in her ear. It's over, yeah? It's over. Just stop dressing like that. It's over. It happens to the best of us. It happened to me about 10 years ago, yeah? You just managed to hold on to it a little bit longer because you were quite attractive when you were younger, but that's gone, yeah? Go next door. Go to H&M or M&S or Next, just down the road. Go and get yourself a fucking cardigan. Do it up to your neck. And try and be presentable, yeah? You're making people feel ill out there, lady. Dear. Anyway, so the woman behind the counter, she's got a nose ring and she's got like a face like thunder, right? And it becomes obvious that she has been left on her own, right? The other pharmacist lady is in a room with somebody, but she's not even acknowledging the queue. She's just getting on with what she's got to do. And then she looks up and she goes, yes, how may I help you? In a patronising tone to Miss 90% Titty on show. And to be fair to her, Miss 90% Titty just fucking took it, man. She just took it. She goes, yes, how can I help you? Like that. And she goes, oh, sorry about your wait. I'm on my own. Like when somebody is having a bad day, but they have to explain the reason why. And Miss 90% Titty, she took it, She just took it. Nobody ever turns around in that situation and goes, that's the reason why you're being a bitch. That explains it. And this woman behind the counter, behind the pharmacy, was just fucking, just short and short with an abrupt. What's your name? And what's your postcode? Sorry? When she didn't, that sort of thing. You just felt like, all right, sweetheart, you made the life choices that brought you here, yeah? Don't take your shit life choices out on me. So every fucking person in front of me, she made them wait. And then the woman came around, who was in the little room. She was with somebody else, the other pharmacist. She's sort of she's not in uniform. She dresses how she wants to, right? Which means, I think in boots means she's in the upper echelons of the pharmacy world. I don't know. I think you reach a certain stage as a pharmacist where you can just go in, in office wear rather than in the boots stuff. But this other woman with a nose ring, she's boots through and through, yeah? There's a glass ceiling and she ain't smashing it. Not with her attitude problem anyway. So she comes out, and then the nose ring woman goes, oh, I've got these things to do, but I'm not having time because I'm on my own. Every fucking customer, I'm on my own. You're probably on your own because nobody fucking wants to work with you, you moody little bitch. Now, plaster on a fucking fake smile. Do that. And just serve me. I get to the front and she's like, what's the name? How can I help? And I was like, it's Ben Briggs. I've got a prescription, That's it. And what's the postcode? I told them, the postcode that I use for doctors' purposes. Because I don't want to use the doctors around here. Yeah? So I use a different postcode for doctors' purposes. Is that wrong? I don't think that's illegal. Yeah. Because I can't be fucked to change my fucking doctors. I've been going to the doctors for a while. That particular doctor's, I don't want to change it. So I have to use a different person's postcode. and then I have to try and remember that postcode when they ask me. at the pharmacy, which is like every 2 months. And I'm like, oh, God, is it an 8 or is it a 6? I don't know. Let's go with an 8 this time. Let's see how we get on. Okay, there we go. Exposed for it. And then she's just an absolute fucking bitch. And you know when you're like just, she's short, she's fucking being arsey and that. Oh, sorry, is it too much trouble to get me my medication? Which is your fucking job to do, bitch. Just get me my fucking medication. Take that fucking frown. That's not doing your face any good. You're going to end up with frown lines like me, sweetheart. And I know. And then she gives me it, and then just like at one point while I'm paying for it, I feel like going, having a bad day, but then never goes well, does it? If somebody, that's the worst thing you can do, isn't it? If somebody's having a bad day, the worst thing you can do is go, having a bad day, sweetheart. It's written all over your body language and your fucking face. That's how I know. Yeah, that's how I know. Yeah, you're not fooling anybody, sweetheart. It's written all over you. And you're going to have this all day, and no doubt you're going to go home and take it out on your fella. And yeah, or wife, who knows? I don't know, the nose ring was confusing. I didn't know. Dear. Anyway, yeah. So that's how you encounter, just bitchy people on a regular basis. People who fucking don't hate their job. It's quite refreshing going into a place, isn't it? It's quite refreshing going into a place and somebody's like, "Hi, how are you? How can I help?" And you're like, I bought some paint yesterday. That's what I did yesterday morning after I went shopping. Just to mix it up, I bought some paint. Who knew paint was so fucking expensive? £33.83 for a 1 litre bottle of paint. Pot of paint, I should say. £33.83. I felt like if the woman wasn't so nice, and I don't know what constitution of sexuality she was. She had shaved head, back and sides, which you always think. She was quite heavy set, shall we say. But she was the nicest person. I got there at 8 o'clock as well. And I even walked in. They'd just opened the shutters. I walked in and went, sorry, I'm early. And they said, well, we're open. It's okay. And I was like, hey, man, nice bit of positivity from you there, shaved back and sides. Yeah, let's see where this conversation goes. And I said, I've got like a picture of the paint I want, but part of it was obscured by a paint drip. So I wasn't sure. And she goes, no, that's fine. That's RAL 7022. I'll just get that for you. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Maybe they should employ more traditionally lesbian-looking people in more stores. I didn't know if she was lesbian or not, but you know that look. We all know that look, don't we? I think Bill Burr did a bit about that, but, And she was funny, she was nice. I don't know, I'm not saying she was one way or the other, into one thing or the other. But I just assumed, you can just assume. But she was funny, she was nice, she got the job done quick. She was lovely. It was a lovely experience, particularly after my experience at the fucking pharmacy the day before with the mental woman. Talking about mental women, by the way. Not that you're all mental. We're all a little bit odd, men and women, I think. But not that you're all mental. I watched. Now, this is a hell of a documentary. It's on Netflix. It's called Lover, Killer, Stalker. I don't know if you've seen it. It's fucking amazing, and I'm going to give it away. So if you don't want any spoilers, who gives a shit, right? I'm just saying watch it. It's a documentary about a guy who goes dating. Oh, my God. He's split up with his wife. He moves to a new area to be closer to his kids so he can see them. Hey, he's a good dad. He wants to see his kids, yeah? It's a damn rare thing these days. Hey, Ben, actually, I see my kids. Like, shut up. They don't want to see you, right? There's a guy who moves to a new area and goes, hey, I'm a man about town. I'm single now. I got rid of the wife. Still got those fucking rugrats to pay for, but I got rid of her. Maybe I want to get my pecker a little bit wet. So he goes onto an online dating site. He meets this woman, right? This is how the documentary unfolds. He meets this woman, right? He says she's a bit nice and that sort of thing. She's not. He's using her as a trade-up. That's what he's doing. He's got her, right? He's treating it like, bullseye. He's got the, he's won a couple of things. He's got a towel set. He's got some bathrobes. Yeah. He's got a blender. He's got that. That's in the bag. But he wants to trade up to Bully's special prize. So he's keeping his eye open. To be honest, he took some, video of this woman out and about, and she looked like a fucking nightmare. Necking shots, right? She's on a fucking, one of those buckaroo things, like the bucking bull thing in a thing. She falls off that, and she looks fucking hammered, struggles to get up, and, I took one look at that video, and I was like, he's just, he's using her as a trade-up. He's banging her, but he's looking for somebody better. Then he's working in his job, right? He's seeing her every now and again. He's working in his job. This hot woman walks in. He goes, hey, man, how you doing, sweetheart? Do you want to go out for a drink or something? And she accepts, right? And then he's seeing her for a couple of weeks, and then she suddenly just disappears out of his life and then starts stalking him and stalking, the fucking, the trade-up woman. They're sending this Cara or whatever her name is, the new woman, the hot one, is sending him shit, sending her shit, sending the buckaroo woman shit over email, text message, all that sort of thing, and it escalates to her breaking into her house and all this sort of shit. Now, it turns out that woman wasn't the woman doing it. The woman who was doing all that hassling and stalking and shit like that was the fucking buckaroo woman who was mental. She'd found out that he'd met somebody hotter. She went missing, the hotter woman. Why did she go missing? Because she'd been killed. This woman did not fuck about. Within 2 weeks of this guy meeting her, this woman was dead. And then to make out that she was still alive, she was sending fucking text messages and shit. Stalking herself, essentially. Stalking the guy she wanted. That obviously brought them together. And then suddenly, she set her own apartment on fire and disappeared. She disappeared out of his life for about a year. And then he rejoins the dating site, sees not her profile, but a different picture. And he goes to meet this woman on a date and then gets a text message saying it's from Cara, but it's not. It's from the other woman. Oh, my God. This woman is insane. It's an amazing documentary. I haven't really done it justice there, but I urge you to watch it immediately. Stop listening to this podcast. Get on Netflix and watch that shit. Ah, it's amazing. The woman did not fuck about. She smelt the competition. She was like, hey, I'm enjoying getting this guy's dick wet. You're getting in the way of that because you're hotter than me and I'm a crazy lunatic who likes going on buckaroo shit and getting pissed on shorts. I'm never going to compete with that. So, and it's all about the investigation of how they found that out and then proved that she did it. She essentially dropped herself in the shit in the end. The police were playing the game. They knew she'd probably done it. The police were playing the game that they needed evidence and more emails from this Cara who had gone missing, who was eventually murdered, stalking them. So the other woman started sending emails from her, and that's how she got caught in the end. But it's fucking fascinating. I would say this. I have never seen a documentary as fucked up and as mental as this woman was. She was insane. There was thousands and thousands of emails. I don't know how people have the time to stalk people. Their houses must be a fucking mess. They ain't cleaning all day on a Sunday, are they? They're there sending messages. I'm watching you. Okay, well done. I don't know how I'd respond to that. I'm watching you. Good. How do I look? Am I all right? All right. What do you think about today's ensemble? Is it good, bad, indifferent? I don't know. But I urge you to watch it. It's fucking the revelation. I kind of think, well, any of those documentaries, you're like, there's a certain amount of people involved. They're interviewing the bloke, he's on camera. They're interviewing the missing woman's mum, she's on camera. There's only 2 people that aren't on camera. Now, there's got to be some sort of weird twist in this. This car is doing it. The other woman's not on camera either. So she's either dead or in prison. This is how you get to cut. This is what happens when you watch so many documentaries. You begin to think, well, there's 2 people missing from this. One of them's dead and one of them's not. It's obvious that this one's dead because she's gone missing. However, all documentaries like this have a twist. So she's the one who's doing it and she's the one who's dead. The bucking bronco woman is the one who's doing it. Yeah, so I did kind of have an idea. But the twist of it and how mental it was is fucking brilliant. I urge you to watch it. Anyway, people, that is episode 321 of the Ben Briggs podcast. That's it for another week. I shall check in with you next Sunday. I hope you have a fascinating week. I hope it warms up a little bit. It's coming into March now, people. You know, spring, soon be the daffodils up. I like seeing the old daffs coming out of the ground. I like that just randomly. Hey, we're going to grow over here. I don't give a fuck. Have a great week. I shall speak to you next Sunday. Take care, motherfuckers.